Hello, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. All right, how are you? We're going old school today. I'm curious what wants to come out. This is someone's oracle message. Thank you. Here we go. Really old school because we're using the tarot of the old path. Oh, wow. Okay, so immediately... Haha, this is so cool, like doing it old school like that. Very interesting. Okay, so maybe some of you are indeed like going back in time a little bit, having like a revisitation of some events, you know, and I'm feeling like a pleasurable type of vibe, but of course it can be something else as well. So Four of Swords, that is going into meditation, like being with yourself, listening not so much to external forces, to other people, but really like being with yourself, with your beautiful self. And I'm feeling like either you're currently learning it or you've already mastered that task of just really being with yourself, not listening to social media, not, you know, there's a sense of not being able to be influenced so much anymore by the external stuff because you've learned how not to do that. You've learned how to step out of that and stop being manipulated by that, in a sense, you know what I mean? And that can be well-meaning but also not so well-meaning, you know? But that's really cool. It's on the realms of thinking for yourself. It can also be a card of that lets me know that you need to rest. Some of you, not all of you. But the Two of Wands, that's seeing things from a higher perspective, and that's where indeed you may be getting your information from. You know, when you're meditating, when you're with yourself, you're really like tapping into the collective consciousness and your own higher selves and that information. And so that's a really good thing, I reckon. Congratulations. Well, yeah, that's a really good thing, I reckon, with the Sun card. Yes. It is indeed a very good thing. It's Phoenix rising from the ashes. We have the divine feminine, divine masculine stripped bare. So this is letting me know that you've had a period of purification here of, you know, yep, right there, of enlightenment here too. You know, going through some stuff, shedding process, you know, breaking down possibly completely in order to be reborn. Yeah, we had that topic yesterday also. I was wondering if I should do another reading because the energies often are kind of similar. Of course, the story is always a little bit different. But yeah, I've noticed that it's better if I wait, like if I don't do them back to back. But regardless, this is a card of incredible success. Yeah, after a period of, wow, the Nine of Swords, this is mental stuff. This is like believing your thoughts, like the own mental cage. So there may have been something that really kept you stuck. And again, this is like heavy, heavy energy. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is this here? Thanks. Ah, yeah. Okay. So there may have been arguments within your family, within your friend circle, within yourself possibly also. This is not working together, you know, and this may have put you in a state of stress, mental stress, and possible anxiety or fear too. There may have been a manipulative person around, this is what I'm seeing here, that may have been very involved in why you have been feeling stressed out here. And unwell. It's a bit more than being stressed out, to be honest, like from the energy. And of course the Nine of Swords just is. That is actually proper, like, I'm just going to say proper anxiousness. Because of that person. Some of you, and this is coming up right now with CPTSD or PTSD, this person may have caused that within you. You know, the CPTSD, the complex post-traumatic stress syndrome. But it looks like you're coming out of it. Like, again, the Phoenix rising, like coming back to yourself, knowing who you are at your core. And here we have another one. That's another person is what I'm feeling here. That could have been a father figure. Doesn't have to be, but I'm getting like a male influence here. That could have been a source of, you know, stability in that whole situation. It could also be a friend of yours that is just stable, that is overseeing like that healing process. Thanks. Revisitation of the past much? Here we go. That's exactly that. Like the past is being revisited here with the Six of Cups. So this may be that a person is returning into your life, but oh my god, I'm itchy. This could also mean like God, I had that in a private reading yesterday, where it's just like that was really denoting to like your ancestors, the one that have passed away, are present. So it could denote that in that kind of context to me as well. Ow, headache. Yeah, it's definitely, well, a revisitation from the past. Like I said in the very beginning, this could be good or bad, or, you know, or past patterns rising up with the Four of Coins, feeling like of not having enough of, but when you actually do. And this is interesting. We often do this unconsciously, you know, those patterns, because they're just like learned behaviors or something that was superimposed upon you. And it looks like you're clearing this up, though. It looks like we're going a bit for a deep dive here, because it is quite steep. It is going from being aligned. Then we have the Sun card that promises a lot of success, and no matter which other cards are coming out, the Sun is really making clear this is something that's very successful. Going deeper to that anxiety that brings up a topic from the past here that has to do with a feeling of lack. Maybe you're having a hard time bringing abundance in your life, like financial abundance, but that's only because you're not, you know, seeing what is in your life that is financially abundant already. For example, when you're eating good food, like really appreciate that, like really see, wow, thank you for the variety of food that is available to me. Things like that, they may seem small, but they accumulate, much like they would accumulate if you did the opposite and said, oh, my fridge is really empty. And if that's the case, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to like put that in there, but you know, try to see almost like your cup half full. Oh, wow. Yeah. That is definitely a full cup. Wow. The Four of Wands. That's the happy family, though. That's, you know, that's my really favorite card of this deck. You know, that's standing for stability. That's the happy home life, and it's a matter of creating that for yourself. By not repeating those patterns from the past, and knowing that too, that this is just a revisitation. It's not who you are in essence. You know what I mean? Who you are in essence is this, and what you want is this. It's the Four of Wands. It's that stability. It's that feeling of I'm coming home and I'm safe, to yourself, to maybe into an actual home with family and friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's what you want, and that's where you're headed to. But there's this issue of kind of a pulling back and forth between the reality and then the other things that, you know, that used to be superimposed upon you. And it's a matter of them breaking away. Okay. Shamanic Oracle deck. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, I'll do it again. This was just too many. So it may actually feel like that. It may feel like a lot of things are happening all at once. Don't stress. Again, let the thoughts circle. They aren't really real. They are not to be trusted either, especially if you're dealing with CPTSD. You can't trust all those thoughts that are coming along, because a lot of them will be by your inner critic, you know, and they will start to bug you in such a way. And this is also becoming aware of your thoughts and of what you keep telling yourself on a daily basis. And most of us are not aware of what that conversation actually looks like, but it really, that seems to be the block here, you know, the internal conversations, and a matter of, you know, transforming that into something else, that which you actually want. And that can take a little bit of time, okay? Just so you're aware. You may already be aware of it, just keep doing it, okay? It'll eventually, you'll see the results in your external environment reflected back at you. What else, please? It's also interesting, as we were revisiting the past, at first it felt like exciting, but then it didn't so much anymore. As we were going down here, I was just like, oh no, I wish I would have pulled like the other cards, like, because I often find them more helpful because they're a little bit distanced from this here. But then again, this is also like necessary. Yeah. So it could also, to some of you, it may have been like that an ex actually came back and triggered that whole process right now, where you actually were excited, or an old friend of yours, or even your parents like reconnecting or something, and it may have felt exciting at first, and then you thought, oh, not much has changed, or they maybe have changed, but they still bring up those triggers within you, so they're here to be looked at. You have the moon. And this is like the cyclical nature of the moon. You know that, again, I mentioned that in the reading yesterday, where I said that the moon was always the same. It's just a matter of how we see the moon, because that's what actually changes, you know, for us. It's a matter of perspective. When you're on the moon, it's just like, that's the moon, right? But we see it differently because, you know, it's a matter of how much light or darkness is on the moon. That's what changes it in our view, in our personal view. So that's also, you know, in the realm of, yeah, superimposing something on the moon that may not necessarily be true. That's interesting. 37 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1, which is the new beginning. It is also, of course, going with the cycles of the moon, because there is indeed something that's happening, of course, right? Yeah, you may have had a release like yesterday with the full moon happening. Anything else here? No. Whoa. Wow. I just got super dizzy. Wow. It almost was like, wow, almost like a little bit of disoriented feeling. Wow. So some of you may have had that. And that sometimes comes when we are, sometimes actually when we're releasing trauma or when we're releasing stuff, it is felt physically. And I know that feeling when I've released heavy stuff. Sometimes I'm really dizzy in the head. Just take good care of yourself, okay? When you're in that process, just really listen to your body and be compassionate to yourself, okay? In general, of course, always, but in those stages in particular, like, don't force yourself to do anything for the sake of just doing it, but really be gentle with yourself. It reminds me of Cindy from Awakening to Spirit. Like, do be gentle with yourself. Yeah. I just grabbed it. I didn't even ask if we needed it. Yes, but we are. Usually I always ask which one it is. I just grabbed it without thinking about it. And there's an element here too, like not to think about things or to overthink things, but just to do it because your intuition is spot on. Yeah. Resilience. Wow. So that's the baggage, you know, that's the 9 of Swords here. Or the 10 of Wands actually is what this card kind of like represented for me. Number 21 breaking down to a 3. 3 is a healer's number to me, and it's also like having been at a crossroads and making your decision which way you want to go. It's a matter of, you know, carrying so much weight around makes you incredibly resilient, right? It makes you incredibly strong. But there comes a time in your life where you're just like, no more. I'm not carrying all that shit around. It's not even mine. Why would I do that? And then you just put it down and be like, oh, stretching yourself and being like, oh my God, this was so much. I wish I wouldn't have carried it for so long. Why did I ever? But again, there's, you know, there's a purpose to everything. And sometimes we come to the point where we just, and this is almost like something where Spirit pushes us in a way to understand and to see that we do not want to go on that path any longer, but we instead want to take a different route here. And sometimes there are so many things coming in all at once, like I mentioned earlier, that there's no other way than to put that thing down and be like, let me just take a break, let me just reassess what I'm actually doing here, and where I actually want to go, So it's clearing up that old pattern actually before you keep going here, because there's no sense in carrying that burden around. Nor do you need to. Like, that has served its purpose. Go towards your Four of Wands. Yeah, fully. Yeah, okay. God. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Here we go. So, angels and ancestors, what do you have for us, please? Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Da, 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 da. We have autumn. Release the old and rest. Okay, it could not be more like complete or confirmation. I just saw 555, which is denoting to change. You may be seeing synchronicities here too. And I'm going to read that card to you. I love it. I just still love it when, when things like fit together so well and make sense in the end. They may not for a while, and then all of a sudden they come together. So release the old and rest. Release all of the pressure and expectations weighing you down. Wow. Shed it all. We even said that word. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Now, this is crazy. I mean, this is really... See? Put that down now. Find out what it is, where it is, and put it down. Please. Okay. But I have a sense you know where that is and what that is. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you too just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. You know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward, and you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. All right? Good. And a guardian angel card to wrap up your reading here. Thanks. Yay! Miracle! Don't we love that? And right next to the sun card, of course. Okay. So, miracle. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. Yes, that's cool. All right, my friends, I hope this reading was helpful and or insightful to you. Right now, 20% on all private healing readings. Also, of course, still during this time, during June, available for higher guidance coaching calls. You can find all the information down below, because you don't have to do your healing journey by yourself. If you want specific advice on where you're stuck here or personally, just reach out and we'll find out in your private healing reading if you want to. All the information down below at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. I guess that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, if you want to be informed when new content is coming out, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell with all notifications, because I know that people haven't gotten notified. So you need to press the all, okay, if you want to get notified. All right, my friends, much love, light, and shadow to you. See you next time. Bye.